everybody. How you doing? Hey, JD, I hope you're still here. Thank you for coming by and saying hi.
JD!
Bless you.
I didn't want to burp into people's ears.
Just first thing everybody hears.
Yeah.
What you had for breakfast.
Well, hi everyone, welcome back. As you can see, we have an extra player this week. We are so excited to have Saucefire in our channel. He's going to be here for the next few episodes for the next little story arc. So we're just going to start off with a quick introduction. Someone's going to do recap. Jen, you do recap. Yep. And we'll start off with our guests. We'll go to RJ, then Jen, then we'll start off with me. Guess RJ, Jen, Sarah. Hi everyone. If you're here, you probably know me. If you don't, hi, I'm Satan. I'll be your DM for the day, and I run this beautiful improv and RP heavy game for these beautiful, beautiful people. And Sauce, who are you? And what are you playing?
Why, hello there. I'm Saucefire, and I'll be playing Royal Butterfield, the halfling fighter. Did you need anything else?
No, that's all I need.
Oh, all right.
I don't know which one I said, so I'll go with RJ the way that you're on my screen.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, he, him, and today I'll be playing Roland Grandbrook, who's also he, him, a cleric, sorcerer, half-elf. That's
Nice.
his thing, yeah.
And next is Jan.
Hi, I'm Jen. I will be playing Milo/Anthony. I am she, her. Milo is he, him. Anthony is he, him.
Perfect. And last but certainly not least, our lovely producer, host, and changeling, Sarah.
Hey guys, I'm Sarah. If this is your first time, welcome to the channel. I'll be playing Lucy, the Changeling Wizard Warlock. I am she, her, and Lucy is, it depends on the day. If this is your first time on my channel, welcome. We are a charity channel in this house. You may see some things on your screen talking about bits and subs and channel point donations. We are a viewer-affected game. You can use all those things to affect our gameplay, and I take absolutely no income from my Twitch channel whatsoever, so everything that you see on your screen as far as gameplay being affected goes to charity once Twitch deems me worthy of getting a payout. It'll go to the trevorproject.org.
Awesome. Thank you for those announcements. And Jen, if you please, would you help me in recapping last episode? I'll start off. And last episode, it was the aftermath of what happened when Anthony pulled a sword and started to fight Third Party and the Lady of Twilight. He eventually ended up in jail, or dungeon, because I have dungeons in my Dungeons and Dragons. There, Lucy was writing for him to get out. Was fighting for him with the Lady of Twilight to give him specific treatment, not just throw him in jail. And what was Anthony doing in jail? Give us a little recap of that.
He was doing some mathematical equations similar to his robotics math that he used to create soon. But this is a bit different as he is planning to eventually down the road make Warforged, and that was the math he was applying all over this dungeon wall. He was thinking about what he's done, trying to come to terms with that for the most part. He has, I would say. But in the meantime, as he sat in jail, Milo came into the scene, making a sweet little flower crown for his boss.
Yes. If not Anthony today, Jen will be playing Milo, a paladin. And the group met Milo after the Lady of Twilight introduced them to Megara, her own paladin, who showed them their new adventuring partner. From that, they got together, just got to know each other a little bit, and I believe kind of left off around there, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. And with that, we'll start off with a new day. Are any of you doing anything specific before we start anything?
Lucy will be starting out going to talk to Fanor.
Okay.
Roland was about to go to talk to Feanor as well.
You can come with me. That's fine.
Yeah, they could go together.
They meet at Feanor's house.
Yeah.
Spider-Man point at each other.
Yeah, Fanner has been actually more in his house rather than in his room at court. Lucy and Riley, you would know what that is. It's a very beautiful, uh, very small, almost cottage-like building. Riley, you would have been in there before, but Lucy, I don't believe you have. But you're presented with this larger cottage-like structure with beautiful stones at the base of the structure, a very light, earthy brown um, painting the walls, and ivy and flowers growing around it. But you meet in front of it, and you see this nice, sturdy looking wooden door with metal decorations on it.
Why are you here? She's looking at Roland.
Just wanted to check in on Master Feanor, make sure he's all right.
Okay. Just making sure our plans align.
Oh. Why? What do you think I was here for?
I don't know. That's why I asked.
Well, I am a doctor. That does mean I do make house calls from time to time.
Knocks on the door.
Not a moment too soon when you knock on the door. It opens, and you see Fano in much more casual clothing. A He's wearing a robe that has a sash in the middle. It's very casual, looks very comfortable. But as he sees you two, he gives a small smile and steps out of the way. Hi, come in, come in. What can I do for you?
I was here to get some of Anthony's things. Sweater, hat,
Uh,
maybe. Whatever he has stashed
uh,
around.
yes, I can get you that. Come in. You sit down.
I actually
Um,
came here to cook you breakfast.
oh, a little too late. Vera's already here doing that.
Oh.
But why don't you come in and at least stay for a bit of tea? Yes.
Could I have some eggy toast, please?
Yes.
Thank you, love.
And he ushers you in, and you see the house inside is bigger than the outside. As you walk in, it is a little hallway that is just lined completely with hanging ivy and flowers. As you walk in, you can barely see the ceiling with how many plants are just hanging from it. And the main room is just a walking area where you see in the middle a tree. It's like an open little garden in here, and it juts out to different room, to a kitchen, bedroom, bathrooms, and other little hallways. But you see a lot of very natural decoration and almost quartz and geode slabs type of decorations. But you come in and he'll guide you to the kitchen, where he sees a very open kitchen with a table for people, and Vera's there with a little apron on making breakfast. But there is a tray of tea and teacups in the kitchen table, and he'll motion you to it.
Lucy will go have a seat.
Yes. While you do that, I'll go get you Anthony's things. He should have I bought him a few things just to keep here, but we'll see.
Does he have like dentures in a cup sitting on your
He has all of his natural teeth. I think.
now?
Well, oh, did he not
He
have his
does
own
not
natural
use
teeth
dentures,
before?
no.
Okay.
He did, yes. He was not
What?
old enough for that. He was a good
Okay.
20 to 30 years away from that.
Whose teeth are in the cup next to the bed then?
I don't know. I think it
Right.
was a practical joke someone put in there.
Hmm.
I also have my natural teeth, just in case you are wondering.
Good, good.
Yeah.
This has already started off on a far weirder foot than I thought it would.
Yes.
Master
the-
Feanor,
Yes,
the Tooth Fairy.
dear Rollin. We all know that tooth fairies can't remove dentures or all teeth. They would have to go to their relative, the larger, much scarier bone fairy, for that.
Huh.
All right then.
All
Is
right.
there a
No
fairy for
worries.
everything?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Oh, Lord.
Uh,
There is no fairy. There is just fairy.
yeah, that is true. But as you're here, this is his home. But you do see him in his Fey form, Lucy. I don't know how many times you've seen him in that form. He's usually not in it unless it's something very formal. He has deep.
Go
hmm?
ahead.
He has deep brown, almost black skin tone that looks like wood. It has a wood texture over his face, like wood grain. He has beautiful yellow eyes with an amber iris, and his hair is a soft green. And you see on his back two moth wings coming out from it. Large moth wings as well. They're appropriate to his size.
They look like
Um,
Luna moth wings, y'all. They're pretty.
yeah, they look like Luna moth wings. They have this really beautiful pale green and purple coloring to them.
Yeah, Lucy's seen him before, because he had to
Mm-hmm.
be in his true form after he got hurt. It helped with his healing.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's not phased by it. It's just
But that to let the audience know
Mhm.
who they're looking at. But he will leave you having tea, Vera cooking breakfast, and go get some of Anthony's things. Um, unless there is a conversation you would like to have with Vera or each other while he's away.
Lucy would just make
Slides
small
Lucy
talk.
a hip flask of whiskey
Why are you giving me
for
the
the
child
tea.
portion? Pulls out a full-size bottle of whiskey from her bag, dumps the tea out,
I've got to
and just
get me
fills it
one of
with whiskey.
those. That's not good for the floor, Miss Lucy.
I hope you're planning on cleaning that.
Prestidigitation.
Thank you, Rollin. At least someone has manners.
Sorry, I was aiming for the sink.
The sink is.
At least
Right.
use the potted plant that's right there.
No, you'll kill.
With tea is fine.
Oh, well, tea, yeah. Anyway,
Like I would
here, and she'll
waste,
set down plates of breakfast.
like I would waste good liquor on a plant. Please.
I want meat.
Okay, Audrey.
Um, it's not too much longer before Fanner comes. He has a bag with him that he hands to you, Lucy, and a nice, comfortable sweater.
Lucy will look in the bag to see what's in there.
I was told that you had required a journal for him as well. So there's a journal in there, some writing implements, mostly pencil, and there's the sweater I gave you, a scarf and a hat, and socks. He likes clean socks.
Thank you.
His feet get cold sometimes. Yeah.
So, have you gone to see him yet?
I have. Not that I've been allowed much time, but yes.
How'd it go?
Though I understand. It went well. For all it's worth. I just want to make sure he's alright. And that he knows that I'm still there for him. Obviously, we couldn't have a much deeper talk. Hopefully, when your plans work, hopefully, and he is left on house arrest, we could speak more often about certain things. I didn't
About
think a dungeon would be the best place to discuss things.
no, but well, sometimes you just have to deal with what you have. Good. That's good.
Yes.
Well, that's really all I wanted to check up on. She's setting us out again to get the next artifact.
Already?
No rest for the wicked.
There's no rest for the wicked.
Jinx.
Jinx. Fuck.
Seems you guys have been spending a lot of time together already.
First round's on him next time we hit a tavern. So I'll be gone for a bit, but she will hopefully be holding any hearings until I get back.
Yes. Here. This was Anthony's. His earring of sending. It's connected to mine. Obviously, they took it away. They took most things away, obviously, when he was down there. But you should have it, just in case you need me.
You're already on our earrings.
I thought it was only Anthony.
No, we had fan art on our earrings too.
I thought everybody just had sending messages.
No.
Anyway, I would give this to you, but I'm already on your earrings.
Weird
I
flex,
apologize
but
for
okay.
that.
It's just that
I'm
dad
very
moment where your
tired.
dad forgets that he's already given you money for pizza.
Yeah. I apologize to you. I'm very tired. I woke up not too long ago.
Yeah, you. Roland reaches into his bag and gives him a stress ball.
Thanks.
You should really ask.
An avocado. It's in the shape of avocado.
You should really give him one of those Scarlet Minotaurs. It would really help. Perks you right up.
I'd rather not. I've seen the results of Rollins concoction. But thank you.
I liked it.
I'm
Thank you.
sure you did. But anything else I can do for my dear daughter and my dear apprentice?
No,
Nope.
I guess that's it. If you've already talked to him.
A bit, yeah.
I would like to know, though. Can you tell me what happened
Yes.
with the letters that he told you about? I've gotten his side of the story. I'd like to get yours.
Right. Well, he had mentioned he had reached out to Lord of the Black Mountains, as I'm told he's named. They had struck that deal, which I was very not happy about, but a deal's a deal, a contract is a contract. I would know that more than most people. He had explained that after his death, he had contacted him, telling him of his situation, and wrote to him, to the Black Dragon, to the Lord of the Black Mountains, saying that he had died and that they should strike up a new contract. He told us this, and I was not happy. I will admit, I may have shown that on my face a bit too much. I did not like the idea that one of the first things he did is that. But I don't like that he was gambling his life away just for knowledge. Though I get it. Though after that, he did mention that maybe if it's not him, that it could be somebody else. He made a good case against the information and knowledge this lord could give and how it would be beneficial, especially for the court. And talked about different people. I entertained the idea. I appreciated that he was willing to not do this himself, but I can't deny that I was upset at first.
Are you aware that everyone's knee-jerk reaction to criticize him partly for just expressing an idea has caused him to retreat and rely on himself?
I'm aware. Though I know that intentions don't mean much in my I was not trying to criticize, but understand him more. I agreed with him in the end.
Lucy
Figured we could
nods.
work things out.
Lucy nods. Finishes what's left in her teacup. Pushes her chair in and stands behind her chair, looking down at Fanor and the rest of the table. I've already made this clear to my patron, and I don't say this to be mean or to be a bitch outright, but I want to make it very clear that anyone who comes to talk to him from here on out will listen to him with an open mind and will not immediately criticize him. I will not have him put himself in danger again because he thinks we won't listen to him. Anyone who doesn't do that will have to go through me.
All right.
We'll be leaving in a few hours. Take care of yourself until I get back. And she'll give him a big hug and a kiss. Much warmer than the words that she just said to him and the rest of the table, and then leave.
He'll return the hug and the kiss. He understands her brain, her train of thought. He does not hold any negative feelings towards that.
Rollin just raises a hand in farewell, turns
Goodbye,
around and
boy.
leaves. I'll see you later, Master Farinor. Make sure you take care of yourself.
I will. Oh, here's a bye from the kitchen
Bye!
from Vera.
I forgot Vera was
how
there.
you
Vera,
feel?
Vera gets a hug and a kiss goodbye too. I won't leave my
Okay,
sister out.
Thank you. And from that, you're able to return to the court. Do you want to give these items to Anthony?
When she's allowed to go see him, she will.
If he has set up the proper arrangement with people, you are allowed to see him to drop things off.
Yeah, she'll go down there with whoever can take her down.
You are able to go with Bryce again. They are called, and they lead you down to his chamber, where he's staying. It has been, made more, homie's not the right word, but less, severe.
Less prison cell, more hotel with bars.
Yeah, there's a bed with sheets and blankets. There are lanterns hanging from the ceiling that give it a warmer glow instead of just the darkness. And you have a desk for if you need it, Anthony. But you are taken. Bryce opens touches their hand to the wall and creates an opening within the rock wall for you to pass through.
Well, I see you've redecorated a bit.
They use, I think, a spell to move the furniture around, and I don't like it. My chair ends up across the room every morning.
Maybe someone's just
I
messing
mean, I
with
think
you.
that's the worst. That's like, if that's the worst of your concerns, I think you're doing pretty fine.
They gave me new socks, so I'm happy about that.
Well, then you'll be happy about this too. And Lucy will hand him the package containing more new socks, the journal, the sweater, some fresh clothes.
There's a book in there as well.
Mm-hmm.
It seems a new book on engineering that you haven't read yet.
Rollin
Is
looks
this
down.
from Mr. Tobias? Pulls up the book.
It's from Fanor.
Yes, well, coincidentally. Anyways, pulls on the sweater.
It is from a deep gnome named Tobias Gumspark, yes.
That's my dad in another campaign, y'all.
It's me. It's me.
Inside if you open it, there's a little note from Fanor. It's like, it just came out. I thought you'd enjoy it. I have more to give you when I see you again. Love, your husband. And a little heart.
Just smiles and puts the note next to the bed.
We're getting ready to leave again.
Right?
Unfortunately, I think you'll have to be here while we're gone, but... We have a paladin with us. He seems... okay.
He's all right.
A paladin.
Oathbreaker. Yeah.
Alright.
To an evil god, so...
Right. I'm sorry. Yes. That sounds wonderful.
Jack's back. He's working on something to protect you, to get you out of here.
That's fantastic. I actually created something. He turns around and points to the formula above his bed. It's a matter of just applying two different formulas together, making the right magic concept. It's resistance, but not a total mind blank, but helps.
Smart.
Hmm.
If you could write it down on paper instead of the wall, I can drop it off with him before I leave.
I only got paper today, so...
She'll produce another piece of her own paper for him to write down so he doesn't have to tear it out of his new journal.
Write it all down.
He has your old journal for safekeeping as well.
Sure, it's made the rounds or two.
A translated version had to, but only to her private counsel.
As long as Bryce doesn't read it, I don't care.
Lucy just kind of side-eyes Bryce at the door and then just, yep, well.
There's a blank stare from them. It's like their blank, like their golden eyes is just...
I don't think anyone thinks any less of you for anything that's in it.
Right.
It's actually proven to work out well in your defense.
Fantastic. Case of a madman.
Someone who was influenced. I wouldn't say mad. You're not there yet. I've seen crazy. You're not crazy. But they are all going to listen to you when they can take you safely out of here. I don't think any of them have the goal to punish you, if that's what you were hoping for.
No, but from a very realistic standpoint, they have every right to take my head.
They're not going to take your head.
Well, I'm glad. Just been in this game for a while.
In your own court. Things are different here. She actually listens to people.
The Queen of Kalish is young and she's inexperienced, but she's learning.
Hopefully. But, well, I guess that's it. Is there anything you want me to get you? Do you want me to contact Tess yet? Jack hasn't told them what happened.
Good boy. No, I think I need a few more days to sleep on it.
All right. Well, your Fanor can contact them when you're ready. They will be given visitation privileges eventually to come see you. I've campaigned for more of a house arrest situation than this sort of deal.
It's very kind of you.
Well, I'm selfish. I'm gonna need you for my own things, and you can't be a part of them if you're still in here wasting away, pining for the love of your life, missing your family. And me.
My only request of you points to Soon, who's standing outside the door. You have to do a daily log of his growth, what he does. You won't understand everything he's saying, but if he sounds angry, sweet, nice, sings, things like that, I need a log.
Oh, that's fine. I can just make a new column underneath your name.
He swears a lot, so you don't need to write all of those
Write them
down.
all down. All of
Write
them.
them all
No.
down? Write
All
them
of
all
No.
down.
Yes.
Lucy,
all of
I'm
them.
just saying you have comprehend languages now. You could understand what Sun is saying.
Yes, let me just chew through my very precious spell slots.
But
To
oh, would it be
understand the
worth it?
robot.
He actually recites sonnets when nobody's listening.
Really?
Yeah, Christoph does it too. I think they're both very pro poetry, and Freya really hates you right now, Rylan.
Why? Oh, right.
Oops.
Oh, right.
I can't summon her, but I don't think I will for a while until we.
I will. What does Freya like? I'll get her something as an apology.
You really liked her time with the mushroom people.
I will do my best to find some myconids and then kidnap them for her benefit.
I'm pretty
All
sure
right.
we can just ask some to come here.
You know what? You're right. At least I don't have to write up a fake contract.
Right.
They made her their god, from what she told me.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah. Freya's pretty ambitious. Concerning.
Roll me an intelligence check.
Okay.
Or nature check, whichever one.
Why is it wrong sheet? One memento. Intelligent. I got a 12 on the die, so that's an 11.
How are you a doctor and not smart?
He's wise. Medicine runs off of wisdom. If you cut up enough bodies, you'll know how they tick.
Yeah.
He may not be able to figure out what's wrong with you, but he will offer you some killer life advice.
Yeah.
All right, listen, you need to de-stress.
Here's stress.
Throw out everything that does
My
not bring you.
legs off.
You throw out your leg. It does not bring you joy anymore.
This one does not spark joy.
Brain squirrels.
Sorry.
Brain squirrels. Sorry. But you, the Twilight realm is pretty extensive. You think they might be able to find some sort of myconid species here? Possibly.
Lucy just assumes that her patron can find anything and get anything, so she might not see it, but it could happen. She'll give Anthony a big hug. We have to get going.
Have fun with your Oathbreaker. That should be delightful.
Yep, it should.
Do tell me about it when you return.
In detail. She'll give him a squeeze and then say, and make sure that you cooperate so you can get out of here because I want my swim-in lesson when I get back.
We'll do that.
Rollin will extend a hand to Anthony. Don't do anything that'll get you sick.
Pulls Rylan into a deep hug and just kind of ruffles his hair.
Guard!
Work with Jack to get this biogel ready for you. It'll go under your armor, or you can attach it to the lining of your armor.
Oh, I also found out while I was reading your notes, this biogel is really great for burns.
Fantastic. If it's a multi-use application.
Like the chemical composition of the and he'll go on a huge tangent on aloe vera.
Nodding and make some notes on the wall.
Lucy's gonna grab Rollin by the shoulders and just say, right, okay, why don't you write it down in a report for him and let's...
And all I'm saying is, if you put like a small desert in the Feywild, well, in the Twilight,
Bryce just closes the rock wall. But as you are making your way back up, you do get word, Lucy, that what you had asked for in Hazelbridge is completed. But while I think you wanted to fix your thieves' tools.
Yes, that's what we're going to Hazelbridge for.
But while that was happening, Milo, were you doing anything specific?
Milo is in the training room without his armor, and he's just wailing on this poor, defenseless dummy. Training dummy. And has broken 3 others already.
Yeah. You see Megara's just walking around, like, looking at your form, at your punches, and, like, you just, she doesn't say anything. She just kind of, like, walks around you and then puts her hand on your shoulder, fixes your stance, and or taps on the dummy where you should be hitting. But if you are all looking for Milo, that's where you find him.
Milo, are you ready to go? I have something to pick up
Sure
in
am.
Hazelbridge. Great. I have something to pick up in Hazelbridge if you want to come with. Otherwise, you can just meet us at the spell circle before she sends us wherever
We
we're
can
going.
get my best buddy. We can go there with my best buddy. He's fantastic. He can help us, you know? Okay, let me get my armor. And he goes off and picks up this big stack of armor, slings it over his shoulder. Come on. Let's go.
Oh, great. He has a
gets
best friend.
excitable.
Oh, Miss Megara, here. Pulls out some colored paper so you can write to people.
Thank you, Milo.
All right.
She takes it and puts it in a bag. You know how to contact me if you need my help.
I do, Miss Megara.
Lucy, Rollin, pleasure to see you again.
Always a pleasure, Miss Megara.
Lucy just nods, follows Milo out.
Not a talkative one, I see. Well, I'll see you all around. Goodbye.
Bound over to the teleportation circle.
Mm-hmm. But yeah, you are able to go to the teleportation circle. And you see that there are guards there. Joe is there. He gives you a wave. Hey.
Joa.
Yeah, hey, what's up? What you doing?
Doing well.
Hello,
Hi. What's your name? What's your name again?
Milo.
Milo.
Rollin.
Nice. No, Rollin, I know you. You always fix up all my scrapes. Milo, nice to meet you. And you see this red tiefling, long hair, horns that go grow and go back. He has a very friendly face. He's wide, he's buff, but and tall on the taller side, but he has a very friendly disposition. Where are you going today? Hazelbridge?
Hazelbridge.
Yes, I need to get my tools repaired before I leave. Or
When
by
are you
noon.
leaving?
Today.
Aw, you didn't tell me you would have had like a goodbye poker game.
Well, you can have a welcome home poker game for me instead. How's that?
Okay. We can do that. We can do that. I'll make a whole. I'll make a whole event out of it. It'll be fun.
A vendetta.
Event.
Event. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I don't think that's the right word.
At first, I thought a vendetta was the same thing as a bandana, but I was wrong.
You know, a lot of people think baklava and balaclava are the same thing, but no.
Yeah, I thought I thought balaclava was baklava, so I was really confused when people were talking about putting a balaclava on their face, like on.
Put a pastry on your face.
Yeah, that was like that's not where it go. I mean, the mouth is on your face, but you don't put it on your face. You put it in your mouth to eat it. So it's very confused.
I still haven't figured out the difference between mimosas and samosas.
What?
I know.
This is a riveting conversation, but I do need to go pick up my tools. Could you activate the spell?
Oh yeah. Come in,
Thanks,
come in.
thanks.
Sorry about that. You got me talking. But yeah, he'll open the door for you guys, usher you guys in. And once you're settled, he activates it. And you guys are teleported to the teleportation building in Hazelbridge.
Now, my best friend, he kind of, been down on his luck as of recently. Just gonna pick him up real quick. My house isn't too far.
He's at your house.
Yeah, he's kind of, hit a low spot.
Okay. That.
All right.
All right. Let's go to your house.
Do you like rhubarb? I grow rhubarb.
What's rhubarb?
It's very delicious. It goes in pie.
Tuber.
Rhubarb.
Let's go to your house.
Bounding down the street towards my house.
You
Oh,
bound
he
on the
skips
street.
too.
uh, and as you get to, what does your house look like, Milo?
It's a simple one-story cottage with the moss and vines kind of overgrowing it. It has a very nice big garden, walled off by stone, and has a wooden gate.
Yeah.
There's some chickens kind of milling around, some ducks to eat the grubs and bugs
Yeah.
and stuff. And there's big rhubarb plants just growing
I
all
would
over the
say
garden.
your house is definitely more on the farming side of this big city.
Mhm.
So you have access to that. And you can keep your chickens and have a bit of land to get a garden and rhubarb bushes going and all that stuff. But as we get to this really lovely cottage, and you go in, Royal Butterfield, are you there?
I imagine there, like on the second level of the house, there is some crashing going around. Maybe Milo from upstairs. You just hear, Milo, are you here?
Fine. What are you doing in the attic? You go upstairs.
A bat got in the house again.
Well, why the back in the house?
I have no idea.
Is Royal Kermit the fucking Frog?
I think it's at this point there's some more crashing, and
Or
Royal
Ray
just goes
Romano.
tumbling down the stairs.
You see this mass roll down the stairs that Milo goes to and help. And as Milo helps you stand up, Royal, what do you look like?
I
do
imagine
they
Royal
see?
is about 2'6". He has a nice little puff of curly blonde hair. He's not out of shape, but he doesn't have the appropriate body shape for an adventurer, I would say. Wearing a lot of beaten leathers, kind of reinforced with what is obviously pot metal. The only thing that he has that looks of any value is his cloak, which seems completely mismatched from the rest of his gear. He wears it over his left shoulder. It's a kind of like a dark bluish silk. And as he kind of tumbles to the stairs, he's like, I don't remember the stairs being there. What happened? Where am I?
As you see this halfling, Osi, make an intelligence check with advantage.
Royal gently.
Mm-hmm.
19.
19. You think for a moment this man looks familiar, and it isn't until he starts talking, and you see him, that it clicks in your head. This is one of the first marks you made when you went off on your own. This is one of the first people you uh took money from.
Uh, and as Royal kind of picks himself up and dusts himself off, probably cursing under his breath, he notices there is company aside from Milo, uh, and his demeanor immediately changes. He takes off his little cavalier hat, puts it over his heart, and says, "Why, hello. Who do we have here? Royal Butterfield, hero of New Breakfastford, at your service."
Your voice just are you doing a bit?
No, this is how I always talk.
Insight check.
Inside check.
You may make a either deception or persuasion check. You don't have to tell me which.
I was going to say, either way, it's probably very obvious he's putting on a voice.
I rolled a 16.
18.
Okay.
Okay, good. I rolled an 8 in total.
Okay. Yeah, he's definitely putting on a bit. This is his adventure persona.
All right.
Right. We're gonna go on an adventure. You want to go?
It would be my pleasure. I'm
Just have.
ready for adventure at the moment's notice. And he kind of looks in his haversack and kind of looks over to Milo and says, I think we're going to need some more supplies.
Don't worry, I got this covered.
Oh, I don't have any money, so this is probably for the best.
Oh, bless your heart.
Right. So, well, what brings you to Hazelbridge? Been here long?
The call for adventure has brought me to Hazelbridge. Wherever there is injustice that needs to be defeated, you know that Royal Butterfield will be on the case.
Mm-hmm.
It's like if Kermit the Frog was Batman.
So Nicolas Cage.
Oh, I love Royal. Oh, that is a very vague but dynamic answer. Thank you.
Vague and
Royal-
dynamic are my middle names.
Royal Vague Dynamic Butterfield.
My parents were very strange.
You know, I need to go get my tools. Come on.
Roland Granbrook, pleasure meet you. He'll extend a hand.
And he reaches up, because he's only like 2 feet tall, does that thing where he grabs the wrist, and he tries his best to give you a firm handshake, but it is just so noodly. It is an honor to go into battle with one such as yourself, Raylan Granbrook.
Friends call me Len.
It is an honor to go into battle with you, Len Granbrook. And he again looks to Milo and says, I think I may have hit my head a few times going down those stairs.
Buddy, we can do those. Get you some ice, okay?
I would actually very much appreciate that.
Oh, Roland just takes like a handkerchief and prestidigitates it so that it's cool, and will hand it over to Royal.
This is exactly what I needed. And puts it up against his head. I've got so many ouchies.
I'm so happy that we got you to be a guest in this arc. That's albeit one of the more serious ones.
Oh, you made
I'm
up.
so happy.
You greatly misjudged that.
Oh no, there's an order to my madness.
This is perfect.
But
Great.
Royal, you know that you are there because you are very down on your luck. You have no money left. And you heard that there is a dangerous adventure that you could go on to what is called No Man's Land, but you don't have a group to go with. And you know, it'd be very, very stupid to go by yourself. And Milo, your party's going there. and you had asked if you could hire someone per se to go with you,
Hmm.
and they said yes, but with they will have to sign a contract and non-disclosure, and they cannot know why you are there, and whatever happens to them is on you, not them. Um,
Milo actually pats his pockets and pulls out the contract. Royal, I need you to sign this. Just sign it. You don't have to read it. Just sign it for me.
Oh, also, Mr. Butterfield, while you're with us, I might need. He pulls out a needle. Take a sample.
Oh, yes, take as much as you need. And he immediately rolls up his sleeve. Royal does not ask questions.
giving
Ow.
a blood sample with one arm, signing a contract with the other.
The other, yeah. This is probably why Royal is so down on his luck. He probably owes money to a lot of people. He's probably part of a few cults without knowing it. But yeah, he signs this contract without even reading it.
Yeah, it's a hefty stack of papers.
Oh yeah, no, just X there, initials there.
Yeah, date of birth, true name, social security.
About midway, he starts getting very dizzy because of all the blood that he's been.
It's only
he's
it's only a
drawn.
vial.
Yeah.
Small vial.
That's a lot of blood when you're only 2 feet tall.
Yeah, that's half my blood. Oh, thank you, Mecca.
Thanks, Mecca.
It's Mick.
But from there, Lucy, you are able to go get your tools. It was a more finicky job, so they were given to a local jeweler. Um, to I believe this is the jeweler that you and Jack talked about. So it's a nice. It's not an overly posh jeweler type. It's more of like it's very minimal, doesn't have too many signs. It has very lovely windows and a sign that just has a diamond on it. But you walk in and it's a darker atmosphere with cases that have lights in them that show different types of jewelry, gems, things like that. But you see did we mention what they were?
No.
A genasi. It was an earth genasi, yes.
Word.
So you see an earth genasi there. They have this very nice reddish brown skin to them. And their eyes themselves, they look like the irises. They look like these very beautiful pieces of quartz, like purple quartz in them. But they are bald. They have slightly pointed ears and very angular facets to their face. But they look to you with a smile. They have those little kind of jeweler's glasses that have the multiple lenses. Uh, and he has a headband that has a jeweler's magnifying glass on it, so you can just pull it down. And he has a nice apron, leather. And seems to have been working on something, but he sees you and gives you a smile, and says, "Oh yes, Miss Lucy, I'm glad you got my message. Your tools are all done."
Excellent.
He gives you he read the packaging to them. The case seems the leather case seems to have been polished really nicely, and any rips in the sewing fixed. And your tools look brand new. They're polishing, sparkling. Anything that needed to be filed to a point is filed to a point. Um, and they have a little mark on the bottom, like a maker's mark.
They look fantastic. How much do I owe you?
Um, Nothing. It was covered.
Right. Thank you.
You're very welcome. Is there anything else I could do for you, Miss Lucy?
That'll be it. Thanks.
You're very welcome.
She'll leave.
They look to the rest of you, and they have a very nice, deep, rumbling voice, but it sounds very gentle. And they give you all a smile. Um, but as you leave, roll me a perception check, whoever wishes.
Someone more perceptive than me. I get a +1.
I too get a +1, but
That's perception. Let me roll the right one. You know, I don't know. I can't see shit.
All rolling sixes.
Destinies, the one with the +8.
Yeah.
I-
A 12 is the highest. I will
That-
let you
that-
guys know.
That is twice the amount than a
That
plus.
is twice.
than
That
a
is
six.
twice the amount. But as you all walk up, there's a faint sound.
Does
Go ahead.
does the natural 20 immediately apply to that?
Yes.
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 Yes,
So you
'cause it
can
was
have
from-
a natural 20. Yeah,
yeah.
for your next roll. Any channel points that are used to give natural 20s, they have to be used on the next roll. So there you go.
Lucky
The-
for us, Royal's
thank
luck's
you to-
changed.
Thank you to Mecha Spider.
Yeah.
Despite losing most of his blood and suffering what is probably a concussion, Royal Butterfield is on the ball.
he's got his fingers on the paws.
Yeah.
But you walk out and all of you hear like a faint sound of music, but you hear more clearly, Royal. You hear the very lovely and soothing tones of a bagpipe. Not but a few blocks away. And you see that there is a bard performing for a few people. Kind of liven the mood of the middle of the workday. But you see with your natural 20, you see a very lovely tabby patterned tabaxi with very fine clothes. They don't have a lot of accessories, but while the style and scent looks plain, when the more you look, the more you can tell they're very high quality. And they're playing their hand bagpipe
Okay,
very well.
I think Royal would probably tug on Milo's cloak or any loose clothing to try to get Milo's attention.
What is it, buddy?
And then he would point his rapier at the bard, the Tabaxi bard, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he would say, I think that Tabaxi is trying to strangle a cat. Don't you hear that sound?
Bagpipes?
Well, is that what they're called? And he kind of squints. He said, yeah, look, it might be bagpipes. It could be cat strangling. I think we should probably go save the day.
I mean, we can go pay them for their services. Sure, come on. Just
Maybe if we pay them enough, they'll stop.
Scoop up Royal under my arm, go see the Tabaxi bard.
Are Lucy and Rollin following?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
We're watching where this goes.
You
assume.
Yes. Okay. Let me double check something.
We are.
You see, as the closer you get, the louder the music gets. For those that can appreciate bagpipe music, it is actually very well composed bagpipe music. And the people around it seem to like them. But if you do not like it, then it just sounds like cat being strangled, apparently. But you see this this taller tabaxi woman. She has the gray and brown striped patterning of a tabby cat. And they're almost dancing along with the music, not in fluid motions because they have a bagpipe, but they are moving to the rhythm and giving a little bit of a show for those around. But I'll roll I'll roll. Let me just. I might use your sheet real quick to just roll a d20, Royal. Ooh, a natural one. They kind of slip up a little bit. But you see them their eyes scanning the crowd, and as they look towards people, they kind of lock eyes with you, Lucy, and their nose kind of like waver a bit, and they kind of catch themselves quickly, give a few more notes, and end the song. and bow, and people are clapping despite the mishap. They enjoyed the song all in all, and you see some people leaving money in a hat.
I'll go up and put a coin in the hat and set Royal down.
You know you're just encouraging them to continue playing bagpipes.
I am supporter of the arts.
You don't like bagpipes, my little friend.
And he kind of shakes his head.
Hmm.
I think it's a crime to play bagpipes, you felonious feline.
Well, I find that quite offensive.
I find your music playing quite offensive.
Well, you certainly have a lot of opinion for such a little man.
I may have lost quite a bit of blood today.
Well, despite your opinionated little friend, I appreciate your uh, donations, sir. She'll look to you, Milo.
No problem.
What are you doing
Right.
here?
I'm just offering my services. Hello?
Who ran you out of town this time?
It was another bard who did not like that I was taking his business. What are you doing here, little Lucy?
That's my business, not yours.
Still as smart as always. Any information can be sold. But especially information about your whereabouts recently. I've heard many things about you.
I wouldn't advise that. I have new friends now.
Royal's gonna wave. Hello.
Very interesting friends, I see.
Not that one.
Oh,
We're best friends now.
yeah.
She's helping me move a couch tomorrow.
No. I'm not.
Rearranging my bookshelf too.
Absolutely not.
We're gonna go see her father
We already did that.
sometime later.
Oh, she's gonna introduce us to her parents?
Oh, God.
Tabitha kind of just crosses her arms and gives us a smirk. You know this Lucy to be Tabitha Tabinson. She is a keeper, an information broker of sorts. For the right coin, you can get the right information from her.
Well, Tabs, you don't rat me out, I won't rat you out. Deal?
Deal. You have always been one of my better clients. I don't see why I would turn tail and,
Run.
sell you out. I never run, dear. I walk gracefully and delicately as I sashay my way away from towns that I do not like.
Well, nice to see you're still a drama queen.
I am a bard after all. Of the arts.
Gotta be patrons of the arts.
Your friend here is right.
Now, you
Yes.
promise you won't actually deal any information about her, right?
What did you say?
You'll never deal any information about her, right?
No, unless the coin is really good. Which it never is.
Make sure the coin's never good.
So that's a threat.
It's a promise.
Oh, you do have new interesting friends, Miss Lucy. I like them.
Oh, I like you too. I just don't like your music. And your dancing leaves some to be desired.
That is quite rude.
It was positively clawful.
I do not need to be around such people saying such offensive things to me.
Roland drops 5 gold into their tip jar. I'm so sorry.
Thank you. Your friend needs to learn when to speak and when not to speak.
Oh, more of an acquaintance, really.
No, we're best friends.
We met him today.
We're getting matching tattoos later.
No.
What?
Can
We're
I
gonna go.
All right, no information for you, miss?
No.
All right. Well, since we're both in the same town and we're both, scratching each other's back, so to speak, if you ever need anything, you know how to find me. Goodbye.
Right.
She's a little finger wave and just
Goodbye.
trots along with their
Lucy-
earnings.
Lucy steers the group away. If you ever need
Uh.
anything from her, go to 10 other people first and then go to her. Trust me.
It sounds like you and that tabaxi have history.
Could say that.
This guy gets it.
Why we're friends, Royal.
It's why we got those matching tattoos. And Royal's gonna kind of lift up his shirt, showing the back half of a tiger.
Milo lifts up his and shows a front-facing tiger.
Yeah, so they stand next to each other. That's a full tiger.
You are aware that the tattoos don't line up, right?
Roland
We know.
shifts them so they are in the actual
Lifts
order.
Royal.
Picks him up.
One half
They're
of the tiger's down
slightly
here,
different
the other's down here.
sizes. Yeah, they're slightly different sizes because they didn't make them like lying next to each other. So like Royal's like half is like smaller than Milo's half.
I also like to think on Royal's back, he has also the front half of a tiger that he got by accident. But
Got some tattoos too.
I think Royal will say, "What? Why are we avoiding the cat lady aside from her questionable taste in music?"
Because she'll tell anyone anything about everything.
Oh,
Oh.
So unless you want her selling all your secrets, don't tell them to her.
that sounds like a good way to get exposure.
Ow.
No. No.
You know, if you just stay in a pool of cold water for long enough in like Arctic temperatures, that's also a good way to get exposure.
I'll have to keep that in mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, you could also just walk down the street naked for exposure as well.
Trust me, that doesn't work around here.
We did that in college. It's the Naked Mile.
Yeah.
I do it on Thursdays.
Ah.
I did it a lot when growing up.
This town has very lax public nudity laws.
Have you seen the nymphs? Actually, don't see the nymphs. You'll go blind.
As you're speaking, Milo, you do get a message from Megara. Milo, there is a Captain Bullseye waiting for you guys at the dock.
He pauses and then turns to Lucy and Rylan. You know, Captain Bullseye?
Oh, she's our ride. Come on, let's go.
She's not the dog. Does she have a ship?
You could say that.
Yes, of
We're
course. she
going
has
on
this
a
ship.
boat.
Yes.
Oh, I can't remember if I can swim or not.
Oh, I can't swim. Don't worry. We'll stick together.
If I wear my armor, I sink to the bottom of the river real good. He runs over to the docks.
I'm
Milo.
surrounded with people with lower life expectancy.
How's everything been going, Milo?
It's fun. I threatened a tabaxi and picked up Royal,
Royal Butterfield?
my best friend.
Did he sign the contract?
He did.
Good. Then I don't care. Good luck.
See you later, Miss Megara.
Royal, you know Miss Megara to be Milo's trainer and boss. Very tall lady, very uh, intimidating presence. She's met you by just like looking you over and leaving.
If she posed any threat, Royal was probably completely unaware of it.
Oh yeah. She can be a threat. But with that, you can make your way to the docks should you wish.
Yeah, if
Um,
Royal's not being carried, he's just like making a straight line, walking between people's legs.
Do you know? Roll a survival check for me, just for funsies.
With pleasure. I am proficient in these.
Glad someone is.
Oh, and womp 20.
Nice.
24 in total.
24. Yeah, you've been here long enough. You've been waiting for a while, and you've had time to go throughout the city and kind of find your way through the main passageways. And you, as you're bobbing and weaving through people in between legs and stuff, you know exactly the way to go to the docks. And you all would know vaguely, but it's easier to making your way there following Royal, who seems to have taken the position of guide to the docks.
I imagine you can't see Royal through the crowd, but you just see like a very long plume or feather that's from his hat kind of bobbing up and down.
It's colorful.
Yeah. And every now and then he'll just be like, yep, make way, Royal Butterfield, greatest hero that breakfast food's ever seen. And he's just kind of like making his way through.
As you make your way to the docks, you see the stone pathway lead to wooden docks that lead to the water, to where ships are parked. You hear the rolling of waves, the song of seagulls as you are there, and you can smell the salt more strongly. You hear the sound of people loading and unloading crates coming in from their travels are going out, and you know what her ship looks like. So whoever wishes can make me a perception check. If you're
Can I do it
actively
with
looking.
advantage?
Sure. Why not?
I spent a lot of time on her ship.
You did.
I rolled 2 7s. Who? I'm just happy to be here today.
Yeah.
I rolled an 18.
Okay. Milo, you were given the name the Gray Lady. And while you can't see the name from here, there is a very beautiful ship towards the end that is made out of a dark gray wood. And you could guess that could be her ship.
Is it the big tall ship? Just points at it.
Yes, the Gray Lady.
Hey, lady.
I thought they were all big, tall ships.
Sometimes you got a little schooner, so it's like really squat ship.
I get you.
Or you could have a little dinghy.
You said you weren't gonna tell her.
What?
I
Do you
got
have a boat
bored and
with
got.
you? Do you have a boat
Yep.
with you?
And Royal just kind of nudges Milo.
Let's go see a ship. I've not been on a ship in a while. Almost 5 years now.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
As you walk towards the end, you can hear your footsteps on the wood. People moving around you, loading crates and bags and goods. You hear people shouting, but you make it towards the end of the dock, and you are faced with this very big, very beautiful dark gray wood ship that has very lovingly just in a lighter gray. It's not very stark and contrasting to the wood. The Gray Lady with a very lovely font, and you see the plank leading up to the ship and people coming and going, workers and sailors from the ship. But towards in the ship, you can't really see her, but you hear her voice shouting orders, and you recognize the voice of Captain Bullseye. Lucy.
From down near enough that she knows Bullseye will hear her shout. Lucy's gonna just, as loud as she can. Ah, so this is the Grey Lady. I hear that their captain can't hit the broadside of a warship.
All you see is a figure coming over like the railings, like, "Who said that?"
Lucy's just standing there laughing, waving up.
There's a serious look on her face before she sees you. Narrows her eyes and then gives a big grin. Lucy, and you'll see this half orc, half elvish woman with pale green skin, pointed ears. They have very deep orange, almost sunset color eyes, with splotches on their face and body of a lighter green. Um, Part of those marks lead into her really nice, bright, long hair, bright red, long hair, and gives her a white strip of hair in her front. She's wearing sailor's clothes, a captain's jacket, but there's no sleeves, and a captain's hat.
Are you ready to give me my next sailing lesson?
Depends if you're ready for it. It's gonna be a grueling one, especially in those waters.
Sounds good. Sign me up.
And she'll wave you all over to come onto the ship. And with that, we'll take a little bit of an early break. We'll leave it there and we'll come back with you guys getting settled on the ship.
Awesome. So we'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. Don't go anywhere unless just grab a drink, grab a friend, take your meds, tell someone you love them. And if you do love them, bring them back here so that we can meet them too, because I think people are neat. Bye!
All the people I love are already here.
Oh! And we are back. Welcome back, everyone. If you are just joining us, welcome to the channel. We are a charity channel in this house, so you can affect our game. And brain squirrel, sorry. Uh, you can see the sub reward perks and the bit perks and the channel point perks. All the income that comes from this channel goes directly to charity. It is donated once Twitch deems me worthy of a payout to the trevorproject.org. If you'd like to know more about that, you can check out the About Me section below this window on Twitch.
Yeah. As well, if you do a direct donation of at least $5 to $10, if you screenshot that and send it to Sarah over at the Hype Goblin on Twitter, we will contact you and you can make a character with us. Tabitha Tabinson is actually a character that Wisegot did because they donated to one of our charities. So thank you for that, Wisegot. Thank you for your donation. And Tabitha, it is going to be a permanent character that you guys can go to for information. And it's part of Lucy's backstory. So she's there at your service for the right coin, of course. But as we come back, you uh, feel the wind of the ocean on your hair as you walk up the plank to this boat, and you see the looming figure of Captain Bullseye. I'll redescribe her for those who are here again, who are new here or just joined in. She is a very tall, half elven, half orc woman. She has paler green skin with marks of uh, very light. She has pale green skin with marks of paler green skin that appear on her face almost in certain patterns, and they go into her hair that give her a white streak in her bright red hair. She has a captain's jacket with no sleeves showing off her very impressive guns arms, and she has a captain's hat on, and she has a very big grin as she sees Lucy and pulls you into a hug. It's like, well, it has been some time since I last saw you. How have you been doing?
Oh, you know, my friends have died, brought them back. I'm still here.
This is definitely not the same group I left you with.
Permission to come aboard, Captain?
Permission granted.
Step, step, step.
Hi, how are you? What's your name, boy?
Pleasure to meet you. I'm Roland Grandbrook, attending physician.
Ah, nice, nice. Well, lovely to have you aboard, Rollin. She'll put out her hand and give you a sturdy handshake. Captain Bullseye, at your service, or so I've been told. There are not many people that will sell these waters to your destination. But as it turns out, I owe a very powerful person a very big favor. So
What can I
will.
say? I don't like the tourist traps, and I wanted a secluded vacation.
That's definitely secluded vacation. Well, we're just getting things ready to leave. And you see, Lucy, that her ship has been decked out with like new trebuchets that line the ship. And there are a few new people on board, people that she had to call on to man more stations. They weren't there. There weren't this many weapons on board before. So you see a new set of crew along with the crew that you had met before. Um, Welcome aboard. Do you have anything that needs to be brought in? We are just finishing bringing in all the supplies. It's going to be a bit of a journey. It's not super far away, but the waters can get shaky. Say that.
I think Royal is going to kind of bump his way up to the captain, take off his hat, and say, my companions failed to tell me that the captain was one of the most beautiful and enchanting creatures on all the seas, and offer her a deep bow.
Very interesting company indeed. Thank you, Mr.
Butterfield. Royal Butterfield, at your service.
Thank you.
Lucy leans into Bullseye and in her ear just says, "Just wait, it gets better."
Okay. Uh, Glad to have you all on board. Have you been on a ship before?
I've fallen off quite a few ships.
I would Rollin? No. Rollin shakes his head.
Okay. And you, Mr. He looks to you, Milo. She looks to you, Milo.
Milo and I have 5 years ago.
5 years ago. Well, while I am transporting you, you'll be expected to pull your weight in whatever task you can do. As it is a whole all hands on board type of ship. But you do have rooms for you. It is a group room, as we have a bit more um, crew members now for this journey and my new babies. And she just kind of like runs her hands against a new shiny trebuchet. This is gonna be fun. Anybody ever shot a trebuchet? It's very fun.
No, but I want to.
I'll show you.
Is it very hard?
Point and shoot.
It's like a crossbow.
Yeah,
All right.
very very heavy crossbow.
I don't know how to use a crossbow, so.
Perfect. We won't put you on the trebuchets.
All right.
And you, Mr. Butterfield?
I've never shot a trebuchet, but I did bring a set of carpenter tools. If there are any holes in this fine vessel that need patching, you needn't ask.
Thank you. I appreciate that, Mr. Butterfield.
And I think it's at this point, Royal's going to start gauging to see if he can slide down the sails like it was an old, like 1920s black and white movie, like pirate movie.
Live out his best Earl Flynn life.
Yeah, he's basically just seeing like what can support his weight, what he can swing on.
Make a investigation check.
Okay. This is +0. That's a 2.
A 2. I mean, there's lots of ropes and very sturdy looking masts. So you figured it could hold your weight. You could just swing from wherever you want.
Yeah, no, it's good to know. Royal doesn't weigh a lot, so this will probably come in handy. Royal later breaks his hip.
Right. Good thing you brought a medic with you.
Yeah.
But she'll look to you, Lucy, and say, well, I can get you set up in your quarters, introduce you to anyone who you may need. Oh, Lucy, you can actually meet my wife. She's here with me.
You got married?
I've been married.
You didn't tell me that.
I have a ring.
I have multiple rings.
Well, I guess that's fair. Mine's slightly tattooed on, only. Yeah, I have a wife.
Where is she? I want to meet her right now.
Okay, well, let's go.
Is she neater than you?
What?
Is she cooler than you?
Yeah.
Nice.
You see these bad boys? And she pulls her coat, and you see she has on her hip very beautiful and shiny guns, which is not common. Guns are a new thing in this world. So I say Royal probably hasn't seen them before. Rollin and Milo maybe, or at least you've heard of them.
I've treated bullet wounds.
Yeah, you know what they can do.
So this is what's been doing that.
Looks down the barrel.
No,
This explains everything.
If you try to touch her guns, you'll lose an arm.
Is this the lost arm timeline, or does she have both arms?
No, she has a prosthetic. One of her arms, you see that because she has her sleeveless top on, you see that one of her arms is the same pale green, the same as her face. But another one is this very nice metallic arm. It looks very natural, like it moves very naturally, but it is a mechanical arm.
Well,
Well, now
if
that's new. Lucy's gonna tap her arm.
No, I just wore long sleeves last time and gloves.
Really?
Yeah. But you see these babies, and she pats her guns. She makes these.
huh?
My wife. It's great.
Lucy
She's
gets
great.
like heart eyes at the guns. I want to meet her right now.
Right. And no, you can't have one.
Why not?
She'll say, because they're under very strict rules. But let's go. I will show you to your quarters.
Lucy tries to come up with a plan to ask her patron for guns now.
Um,
She's just praying, dear God, please give me a gat.
jeez.
Anyway, I started blasting.
Blap, blap.
Started blasting. But they take you down to let me get on the right map. To under the deck. It's a very nice ship. She keeps her ship in top shape. But it has another table has been added. Her previous crew was a lot smaller. There is a dining room like table as well. You would know that towards the end is her quarters, but there is towards the back of the ship on the first floor is her quarter, and the front room is a few other rooms um, that have been probably more beds and hammocks put in, and there's a few more rooms on the I forgot the word for the bottom of the boat. It's not hull, that's for the outside, but
Keel, I believe. No, keel.
last no.
The bottom of the boat.
Yeah, the last floor.
Yeah, keel.
Keel, the keel.
The cargo hold.
Cargo hold, yeah.
Oh, level.
You're fine. There's a bit of the cargo hold that has been fashioned into rooms. While you would expect it to look like just kind of things put together, it actually has been added very nicely. You see a familiar grayish, purplish tint to certain things, so this may have been kitted out by the Lady of Twilight for such a journey. Um, but you see that the cargo hold is also getting fuller with um, all the items that they're bringing in, which is ammunition, food, anything that they will need on their journey through these waters. But they will show you. I know this here is full of barrels in the picture. You can't see the picture, audience, but they can. It's just for them to know where they are. But that has been fitted out to be a room for you guys where you all keep together. Um, but she'll show you the dining room. There's a little bit of a mess hall for everyone. But eventually, looking at one of the cannons, you can see a smaller, deep skin, deep tan with a almost golden glow to her skin. Tiefling. She has a almost purplish reddish hair and two. They look like wood. Her horns look like wood. She's a tiefling, but they have a gold sheen to them. And she's looking at the cannons, taking measurements, taking notes. And all you hear from Bullseye is, "Honey, come meet some new people." And she perks up and looks around. You see, she has gold eyes to match her horns. And she walks over. She seems to have an air of she has really nice posture, but she has a very kind of big, goofy smile on her face. And she looks to her and is like, "Oh, hi."
Royal will immediately doff the hat and, again, a deep bow and probably say almost the exact same thing he said to Bullseye, where it's like, they didn't tell me that this ship contained such beautiful treasures.
You're adorable.
Mm.
I like him.
Pleasure to meet you, ma'am.
Pleasure to meet you. My name's Naya. You're muted, honey.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi.
And this is Soon, and she'll take a robot out of her pocket.
Oh, hello. Who made you, little one? And she'll kind of like reach to like offer a hand.
Snoop scuttles onto her hand and says, in Anthony's voice, Lord Anthony Silverhorn the third, fourth, maybe fifth. I've lost count.
Oh, this is interesting.
Soon always do that.
He's been picking up people's voices as he goes along. That's a new development, but
Do you think I could look inside you, little one?
no.
Oh,
Lucy takes him back with both hands.
Snoop was going to go bite her at that suggestion, but just kind of goes,
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to offend you. I apologize.
He gets a little bitey.
Frankie, biting.
There's no need to apologize, madam. If you want to dissect that robot, by all means.
He is not yours to say.
Absolutely not.
Soon leaps from Lucy and lands on Royal's face.
We are,
No, come back here. Come back here.
we are guests on this ship.
Face
Uh,
hugger.
Face hugger style.
Lucy pulls him off. You will behave, or I will put you back in the bag. Got it?
Oh.
There's this fine.
Shoulder.
Feisty. I like him. My apologies. What is their name, by the way?
Oh, this is Soon.
Yes. Okay. Well, my apologies soon. I didn't mean to offend you. And she looks at everything. So yeah, I'm an artificer. I've worked under Tobias Gunspark, and I know many things about robots and other mechanical needs.
Well, if you ever want to come visit the court, I have someone who would very much like to talk to you. Two someone's
You
actually.
have
Three.
access to the court?
Yes.
I'm a court physician.
That's amazing. You have to tell me all about there. I've been
We
hearing a
can't.
few things. Oh,
Sorry.
you have to tell me all about what you can tell me. Even
We
if
work
it's
for the
very
court.
little. The court.
That's it.
Oh. Well, if you ever need another artificer, hi. I've worked under some of the best artificers in the world. So if you ever need expertise, hi.
I'll put you in touch with someone.
Thank you. That'd be great. I've heard they're very advanced scientifically, which I'm very happy to hear from a head of a country. And Bullseye has told me that the Lady of Twilight is very scary. And Bullseye just nods.
She's not that bad. Bit of a lightweight.
I'm sure she's once you get to know her type of gal, but
Very much so.
okay. But yeah, should you need anything worked on, I'm here just making sure all the weapons are fine. I also know basic weapon care for more melee weapons. Or if you need any extra limbs, she pats Bullseye's prosthetic.
Oh, good. If this malfunctions and he'll tap his shoulder where the harness is, I could probably come talk to you about that then.
Oh yes, we can talk later about that if you want. Give me any details that you may need.
He'll hand her the documentation that Jack has given him.
Yeah. Paperwork. She takes it. Instruction manual. She'll take it. This is gonna be great. I will look at this and I'll let you know my professional opinion. If you need help, I should be able to take care of it. We'll see. I know a little bit of a lot of things. But yeah. You see Bullseye just standing there with like, huh, yeah, that's my wife. Wife.
The wife.
Wives, am I right? He immediately starts sending us those Facebook memes that your that your 6-year-old uncle will send you.
Mm-hmm. Ah, the old ball and chain.
Mhm.
You don't do that. But yeah. If you guys just want to get acquainted with the ship and everybody else, please do. We'll be leaving in a few hours. You can also leave if you need anything in the city. We have enough food for everyone, but if you want something specific, I suggest you go and get it now. Or if you need to tell anyone when you're leaving, it will be at sundown.
There's a post in town, right? Like a
Mail.
mail. Yes, I was
Yeah.
about to say UPS, but
Yeah. There's a UPS for Aloya.
Ron will
It's APS.
take his leave for the moment and write a letter to his girlfriend.
Yeah, you can write a letter to her. It is a bit tricky because it is in the jungle north of Kalish, but if you pay a little extra, they can make it there. It's just a bit
If-
of a risk pay.
If he were to write a paper bird and then just have someone go topside to just send it.
Yeah, they can do that as well.
Okay.
You can just if you address it to her, what they can do, they can basically finish the folding, and once they go there, they can just send it
Okay.
to her.
Say like how much? 5 gold?
Because of the extra traveling, I would say so. 5 gold. Usually it wouldn't be that expensive, but
Okay.
because it's out of country and all that stuff.
Has to go through TSA.
Yeah, all the security checks.
Lucy will head to a magic shop and pick up some magic birds of her own.
Yeah.
Or
I
paper birds. How much
Yeah,
are
paper
they?
birds. I believe it's 5 gold for 10.
All right, she'll pick up 2 stacks. So I'll remove 10 gold. And she'll also sending Jack that she's getting ready to leave. She's in town.
All right. I didn't know you were leaving today. How long do you have?
Till sundown.
That's a few hours. Do you want to do anything? I can take a break. Have lunch.
Lunch is good.
Okay. Bring whoever you want, I guess, if you're with your party. Okay. Yeah, so you can get your paper birds. Jack can meet you for lunch. Royal, are you buying anything?
I don't think Royal has any money, so he'll probably ask Milo for some money.
Mine will give you 10 coins.
All right. Thanks, Milo. I promise I'm good for it.
Don't worry about it, buddy.
At which point, I think Royal will go to the local confectioner and buy as much candy as he can load up on.
Oh,
Yeah,
there's a
you
wonderful chocolatier, by the way. Over that way.
I think Royal would probably go under the guise of, "Oh yeah, I'm just getting supplies. Don't worry."
can. Yeah. Go ahead.
Yeah. At which point he would probably just again blow it all on snacks.
You can get some few good bags of candy and chocolate. The chocolates are wrapped in a wax box, so they don't stick to anything if they melt. But you get a few bags of different types of candies. There is magical candy. It's a little bit more expensive. So
I don't think Royal has that discerning of a palate.
okay.
He's probably going for the cheap stuff that he can get in bulk.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. The big pack of like the variety.
Well, it was supposed to be a long journey, so he needs to stock up.
Yeah. But you're able. I say, are you just spending it all on candy?
Pretty much.
You're able to get at least 4 big bags of like that variety type candy bag.
Or
Nice.
big industrial size bags of Cheetos.
Yeah, just not even Cheetos, just those cheese balls. You know,
Yeah,
they come in the
they're
giant
off-brand. They're all
containers.
off-brand. Yeah.
Royal's like dragging them back to the ship. By the time he gets there, his face is just covered in orange Cheeto dust.
Half the bags are gone.
Yeah. It was worth it. I have no regrets.
And Milo, are you doing anything? You getting anything?
Milo will actually just, go to a kind of pastry shop and buy like a couple dozen donuts and bring them back to the ship and give them to the crew.
Yeah, you can do that. They're not that expensive. They're really good donuts, so I would say they're maybe 8 silver a dozen.
Mhm.
So you however many you multiply by 8, and you can check that out. But they're really good donuts. There's one that's just glazed because everybody likes glaze. There's some that are
Mhm.
like a variety flavors, and you can bring that. And everybody's very, very grateful. You're
Yeah.
instantly liked by everyone when you bring free donuts.
That's why
Uh,
he did it.
yeah, yeah. But the time comes, you can have your lunch with Jack, and should you wish to invite anybody else, you can do that.
Have we outfitted Royal with and Milo with sending earrings?
You have not.
Okay. So
Milo would have been connected to yours
uh-huh.
because he is an official party member given to you by the Twilight Court. So Milo would have a sending earring connected to yours as the group, but Royal would not.
Okay. Lucy will ping her sending earring to send a message to Milo and Rollin about her and Jack getting lunch before they go. You're welcome to come join. Milo, do you have a way to contact Royal?
Pauses and looks around, picks up a. I got him.
Well, if
Royal's
you'd
legs are
like to
just
join us for
kicking.
well, if you'd like to join us for lunch too.
All right. Royal, do you want a free lunch?
You know I want a free lunch. Why are you
Alright.
even asking?
Still holding a bag of Cheetos.
Yeah.
Oh, Satan, I'm Rollins going to postmark something for the Lady of Twilight. Small package, Royal's vial of blood inside of it.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah, you can. If you go to the and you would know this if you go to the teleportation building, there is this special section that is things that are to be delivered directly to the Twilight Court. There are people that kind of like pre-check it like their own TSA.
TSA
Yeah.
paperwork. Is this
Yeah.
food? Maybe.
Yeah, you have to fill out like paperwork and stuff, but after that, is this organic matter?
Yes.
Yes. um but they also know who you are and you have your own credentials, so after you fill that out, they send it off, and they'll get there rather quickly. um so yeah, there is that. But if you all would like to have lunch, um uh you can it's a would you do you have a place in mind, Lucy?
I mean, Lucy's a food cart kind of girl, so if
Yeah.
there's an actual lunch spot that Jack recommends
Oh,
or one of
please,
the
can we
others
do
recommend.
halal by the fountain?
Yeah, you can do that. There's a little park with a fountain and some trees and benches, and there's a lot of food carts there. They have halal. They have your another version, another cart that's the funnel cake lady. She seems to appear wherever you are, Lucy. There are treats, and then there's one guy with a little bell, and he has like 3 ice cream flavors that he sells. It's like coconut, passion fruit ice cream, and like um a mix of the two. um
There's a
and
little old Spanish lady with like a cart of shaved ice who puts
yeah,
on like
they have piraguas. If you don't know what a piragua is,
yes.
they're really good. It's just a big block of ice that she shaves and puts into like a cone for you and drizzles with syrup. And you see the little kids getting like the rainbow color ones, and they have like blue and red tongues. But you're able to meet with Jack there. He seems to be waiting for you. Royal, you see a human male with tan skin, um, uh, curly brown hair. Sorry, brain fart. Curly brown hair. He has a friendly disposition, fairly casual clothes. Rollin and Lucy, you would know him to usually be wearing a nice leather apron that you got him, Lucy, usually on his workshop, a little bit of stain stuff. And while you do see some staining on his finger from whatever liquid he was playing with, he seems pretty clean up and just has a friendly disposition.
Lucy's already in
Uh,
like full armor, like ready to go travel.
yeah, yeah, yeah. He has longer curly hair and like a beard that seems to be growing in, but he waves you guys over. Uh, Hey, hi everyone. Milo, I have pleasure to see you again. Roland,
Yeah.
you are. He'll look down to Royal.
And Royal will take off his hat and say, Royal Butterfield, I am Lucy's best friend.
That is.
Completely accurate.
I met him 2 hours ago.
No, I believe him.
Thank you. I am very reliable as a news source.
I don't
See?
know. I don't think so.
We've known each other for months, and I'm not your best friend.
I
Try-
don't have a. Why?
Try not to take it personally, Roland. I am incredibly charming.
It's true.
It is.
Oh,
I hate my life.
It is better to have loved and lost than to never have loved at all.
What does-
Jack
It's
just kind
okay,
of puts
Riley.
an arm around you and kind of like rubs your shoulder. It's like it's okay.
It's gonna be a long trip.
It is. That's why I figured we could meet here in open air and just grab a bit of food and yeah, just talk before you all have to leave. What brings you on this journey, Royal?
I have been told not to ask questions.
He's asking you for an answer, not a question, dear.
And he kind of pauses. You can hear the gears like grinding in his head. And he said, nothing but the call to adventure. I was told that there may be injustice that needs to be fought. And wherever there is injustice, Royal Butterfield is not far.
Oh, I like you.
Oh, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Well, this is
Yep,
there's funnel cake.
there is.
And there's deep fried kebabs.
Is there pork and garlic dumplings?
Yeah, that is he'll point to like the other corner of the park. That's over there.
All
It's
right,
more
I'm
of
gonna
a
go get some.
stationary kiosk.
Yeah,
park.
there's some kimchi over there too.
Oh fuck
Goes
yeah.
off together.
With Milo pointing out that very random cart, Royal will just ask of Jack, is there a cart that sells deep fried cheesecake?
No.
I think the funnel cake lady could come up with something similar for you.
Yeah,
She has a lot of
probably could.
toppings.
I'll find something to snack on. And Royal will make a beeline towards the most questionable looking cart.
It's a cart that doesn't have a sign at all. There's
It's in a
this-
dark alley. There's
It
just...
is near a dark alley.
There's just-
There is a hooded figure kind of manning the cart, and it doesn't say what it is, but you just see them opening part of the car and like slapping something onto like a little to-go basket for someone. It's a strange conglomeration of textures and browns. But they get paid and the person takes it. It's a strong smell. You're not sure of what, but there's a strong smell coming from the cart.
Try the gray stuff. It's delicious.
I think Royal will get both, or he'll get two. One for him, one for his best friend.
Okay, yeah, that is going to be a whole gold.
How much money do I have left after?
You can have like 2 gold left.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
He will spend half of his remaining money.
Yep, that's fair. You get you get that like kind of sound as they like drop food onto the basket. Yeah.
Delicious.
And they give you 2 and take your money. You see like kind of like gangly fingers take the coin.
Oh
and yeah.
And he'll probably say something like, "The pact has been sealed." Once.
The pact, he's formed the pact.
It's just multiple voices from his hood, from their hood. But you could definitely get that to go and give it to whoever you wish.
He will bring it to Lucy.
Lucy is at the Lucy's at the space between the funnel cake lady and the ice cream guy with Jack debating that yes, I can have both ice cream and funnel cake and it does constitute a meal.
I mean, you could put the ice cream on the funnel cake.
That is a brilliant idea.
Yeah. And then add the toppings on top of the ice cream.
You know, we could just make this a normal breakfast tradition when I'm back. We can just make
It shouldn't be. I don't think Rollin would be too pleased with that, to be honest.
Well, he
Roland
doesn't have
comes
to eat
back with an aluminum tin, and inside is falafel or like rice.
Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Aluminium?
Aluminium. White
Aluminum.
sauce on the side.
Nice. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
By the way, Jack, Captain Bullseye's wife is an artificer, and I gave her the manual to my harness.
Oh, awesome. If she can write back, see if there's anything she thinks she can improve. I always like getting more pairs of knowledgeable eyes on things.
When your uncle's out of the Hooskow, I think the three of you should meet up and have a think tank.
Sure. Did she tell you where she's from, what she studied with?
No.
She studied under a Mr. Tobias Glimspark.
You see his face kind of go, oh shit.
Is that someone important?
He's one of the best artificers out there.
I thought Anthony was one of the best artificers out there.
Mr. Glimspark has been around a lot longer than Uncle Anthony, so he's got a few good books. Yeah, no.
History check?
Yeah. Go ahead and make a history check.
15.
15. Because you have spent time with Jack, you probably heard him nerd out and seen the names on a few books, on a few of the books in his workshop. He is Tobias Glunspark is from an underground city. He's a deep gnome, but he is from an underground city here in Eloria, so it'd be near the mountains. North of Hazelbridge, but just over the mountains, so not the same side. But you know him to be a very influential artificer. It was because of him that a lot of the technology and that have that has been able to be achieved through artificery is here. And it is through him that artificery is available to a lot more people nowadays. And he has taught a few classes himself, a few workshops. He travels for that. But mostly he focuses on his own projects and writes book on engineering and artificery. That has been one of the reasons why artificery has been more available, because there are books now about it that he has contributed to the world.
Decorated war vet, bleeding edge of artificery technology.
Artificery, yeah. You would know that he was a war vet. He has while he's an artificer and an inventor, he is also a fighter type. He can hold himself in combat really easily. But yeah, that's what you know of Mr. Tobias Glimspark.
Relays Spark Notes version for Lucy's benefit.
It'd be great to meet him.
Spark
I
notes?
mean,
Oh, the Glimspark notes.
the Glimspark note, yeah. But yeah, you all get that information. But Jack is very happy to hear that. I know he's usually settled down by now, but he's still working on things, but not traveling as often. But it'd be awesome to be able to meet him one day. Did you know he has a mechanical dog?
So it's like, points over to Zoom, that the bigger?
Yes.
Wow.
I wonder if I can get Anthony to make me a mechanical dog.
Do you already own a Blink Corgi?
No, a Blink Cavalier King Charles Spaniel.
Ah.
Where is Peanut?
I think it's.
Zoom says, I ate him, in a creepy voice, settling over his shoulder.
Oh, shush. Peanut blinks up behind Jack.
Oh, fuck. I thought I left you at court. Would you like to describe Peanut to Royal?
Peanut is a small Cavalier King Charles Spaniel male, still under a year old. And they have pink and blue markings on them, and it kind of looks like that like galaxy swirl motif that you see on like a bunch of nerdy shit. But yeah.
Nice. I think Royal is going to take the food that may be made out of human souls. He's not entirely sure. And he's going to try to feed a spoonful to the little blink puppy.
You try to give some food to Peanut, and he very happily goes and just kind of seems and goes to take a bite, but then kind of the smell really hits, and they're like,
Come on, little puppy. Here comes the ship into the dock. Open up.
As you're doing that, he blinks out and appears on Lucy's arms, and you gotta catch him real quick.
She'll hit her ring of animal friendship. Why don't you? Why? It's just
weird.
food.
No, it smells weird. It smells weird. Weird.
He says it smells weird.
Royal shakes his head and is like, I assure you, this is the finest food in all of the city.
You hear a very uncharacteristically low growl from Peanut.
I'm something. You can trust me. I am a gourmand, and he will can the sack of food to Lucy.
Why are you giving me this?
You looked hungry. It's been several minutes since you've last snacked. As your best friend, I tend to take notice of these things.
You know what? I just got this funnel cake and my ice cream is melting.
Your look of disgust. Your look of disgust is thanks enough. And I think Royal will start digging into his.
It's as you start digging into yours, it is very much mush. There is a very interesting combination of textures. There's something in there that crunches. You're not sure what it is. And there are chunks of other things in there. But if the smell doesn't stop you from eating more than one or two bitefuls, please roll me a Constitution saving throw.
Oh boy.
Milo will come over with his bowl of dumplings soup and sit down watching all this.
All right, I want to see how this unfolds. 12.
12. Okay. As you're eating it, it seems that
That's 4, because Milo's here now.
Oh, yep, 16.
Oh, 16. Okay. It seems that whatever this is and all the cheese balls you ate don't necessarily agree.
Oh boy.
And you feel a very rumbly, upset tummy. But other than that, you're fine for now.
You know what the best thing for an upset tummy is? More of whatever the hell this is.
Yeah,
so.
I mean, it's not like you're going on a ship right now for a little bit with just the common bathroom.
Yeah, no, you just hear Royal say under his breath, "This is a really good idea," as he continues to eat more of it.
And there's the voice change. She says to Jack.
Is Royal either blinded, deafened, paralyzed, or poisoned?
You can tell it.
Is it food poisoning?
I don't know. Let's see, please. If you're finishing this, please roll me another Constitution saving throw.
Oh, with gusto.
Eating dumpling.
Eating falafel over rice.
+4 from Milo.
Yeah.
That is 19.
19. It seems like it could turn to food poisoning, but he seems to have a bit of a stronger stomach. But it may not end up like food poisoning, but it's not gonna end up pretty.
Lucy, just watching this, is just gonna casually go buy herself some more food after finishing her ice cream and just accidentally
Mhm.
drop the bag of whatever
no.
Royal got her into the
I'm
trash.
picturing it like killing the grass
Yeah.
that you drop it on.
He's just gonna.
In a
Yeah.
perfect circle.
The
Yeah.
trash can
Yeah.
instantly lights up in flames.
Yeah, something akin to that.
She'll come back with like
but
kebabs or something.
yeah, there's kebabs. There's also a poutine cart with like
Oh.
authentic cheese curds.
She gets kebabs
Should
and
you-
poutine.
Yeah,
Lunch
Yep,
of champions. Dessert first.
yeah. And Jack kind of just goes around with you, just keeps you company while you're buying different foods and buys food for himself and pays for your food as well. And he asks you, did you pick up your tools?
I did. I suppose you paid for those as well.
Yeah,
Thank you.
you're welcome. I didn't want you to be without what you needed.
I have money, you know.
I know you do, but it's better saved for whatever you need on your travels than just fixing something.
That is true.
Now I'm gonna get paid like next week, so I'm fine.
Excellent. Save up.
I'm not rich enough for you to kill me, by the way.
I know. That's why I told you to save up.
Okay.
Kill him.
What?
Please don't kill him.
Who are we killing?
No one. Yet.
Put some dumplings and tofu on Jack's plate.
Don't kill me, please. And he'll eat the dumplings. Still have a lot to do, and I'm pretty sure if you kill me, there's like something in my contract and your contract that kind of like go against each other, and it's a whole shebang.
Miss Megara actually doesn't care as long as it's justified.
Well, I didn't do anything wrong. I'm technically property of the Lady of Twilight.
Wow.
Was that in your contract too?
You're technically my property. I'm the one responsible for you.
Yeah, it's kind of like a shared
Custody?
Got
ownership
it.
thing, yeah.
Mhm.
Tramp stamp on your back
No,
there?
I don't know, but I do have credentials with the court stuff. Yeah, I work for her, so I don't think it'll be a conflict of interest if you kill me because you are under Megara and Megara is her paladin, but I'm also like her her inventor slash artificer slash medic, battlefield medic person. So
Also, from what I understand, murder is wrong.
yeah.
Murder's wrong.
Murder bad.
That's why you pin it on somebody else.
That's usually the easiest way to go about it, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Or you just use a poison that's delayed enough that you're already out of town by the time they keel over.
Mm-hmm.
But that was
No,
what was
I
in
thought that
Royal's
was-
I
food.
think there's a few mushrooms in the garden that I could make something like that out of. I'll have to talk to Ezra.
If
But
you dry out some mushrooms and then rehydrate them, they release a toxin.
Mm-hmm.
I'll work on that.
Very concerned about why all you know this.
Well,
Former assassin.
you see,
I was a paladin of Malar.
medical engineer.
I wasn't paying attention. Just kind of looks around.
Yeah. Jack looks to you, Rollins, says, I actually figured that out while trying to make a sedative for you guys.
Ah,
Yeah.
thank you for not using that on us.
Well,
And he reaches into a
obviously.
brown paper bag and hands him like a samosa.
Oh, thank you. I mean, it definitely sedated the patients. It just didn't bring them back. I'm kidding. I didn't test it out on anybody. I'm joking. It's a joke.
Would you like me to
Oh.
test it out on someone?
No.
Are you sure?
It's not approved by the board, is it?
It's not approved by the board yet.
Yet.
Well, if you don't mind them not coming back. I have a few candidates in mind.
You could test it on the board.
We could.
Yeah.
We could replace the board with one that'll
We
let you
are
do
the
whatever you
Senate.
want.
Yeah, the Senate. Well, I'll keep that in mind. I don't have it with me at the moment, as I didn't
Rats.
think I was going to be giving you poison on our lunch break. But
What better time to give it?
uh, I was thinking maybe at dinner, but it seems like you're leaving by then, so yeah,
Hmm.
better mood. But it seems that the sun's getting low. The sun's getting real low, big guy.
I think Royal is going to look to Raylan and just say, do you usually have dinner dates where you just kind of threaten people with murder?
if that's what you're into.
Yeah,
What other kind of
honestly,
dinner dates are there?
the nice ones with a Cabernet and
Oh, this is
a
a
nice
dinner
steak.
date?
You can
Well, it's
threaten to murder
lunch.
someone over a Cabernet.
Yeah,
I think that's more threatening, honestly.
fear borner.
From what I've found, that
Beer
tends to
boner.
spoil the mood.
What's the Cabernet?
Wine.
It's a type of wine, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cabaret is a type of dance. Sorry. That's more me than Jack.
Please, no, that's totally Jack.
yeah. But
Rich boy. Yeah.
yeah, he will kind of give you a little to-go bag, buy you some like extra food that will keep good, if you want to eat it later. For you, Lucy, and kind of say his goodbyes. Give you a clap on the shoulder, Rawl, and a handshake to both Royal and Milo, and give Lucy a kiss.
Lucy's gonna dip him
Mm.
in a kiss.
Oh, look at that.
Okay.
Cute.
It definitely takes him by surprise. But as he comes back, he kisses you back, and as he comes back up, there's just a big grin and laugh coming from him. Well then,
What? I promise to keep surprising you. You're welcome.
I definitely appreciate it. Well, I wish you luck on the high seas. Stay alive. I got a date planned for us when you come back, and he will kind of like just boop the tip of your nose.
As Jack is leaving, Ron will offer a fist for Knuckles and just say, I'll do my best to keep her safe if that keeps things, keeps your mind free.
Yeah, he kind of gives you the kind of like the fist bump back, and it's like, yeah, it will. I feel better having you travel with her, and honestly, with all of them.
Having seen the smooch and the fist bump, Royal will clasp Jack. He's clearly trying to grasp the shoulder, but probably gets like the forearm and says, "Don't worry, we'll keep your sister safe."
Not my sister.
Gross.
Gross.
We are not related in any way, I assure you.
Right, I hear you anyways.
Technically, we are. Anthony did adopt me, and he's your uncle.
You're adopted by Fanor, and
He's-
Anthony's cousin
You're only
Fanor.
technically brother and sister.
So your uncle's married to my dad.
I
I'm
don't want to get into this. I will leave the family name. I don't want this to be a thing.
Did you meet at a family reunion?
It's gonna get quite confusing.
I'm from a village of halflings. Everyone's related 3 ways.
Oh, I'm gonna go now. Goodbye.
Bye, Jack.
See you
Bye.
later.
See
Take
y'all
care.
later. You too. He
Eat the
just kinda,
vegetables.
he takes a peanut with him, and you see kind of peanut kind of pop his head over Jack's shoulder, to see y'all as he leaves.
Is my puppy.
Yep. But he knows to stay with Jack. He knows Mama has to go work. But you guys can head back. Do a little bit of RP. My eyes are a little. Give me a second. I'll be
So
right back.
he seems nice.
It's fine. I just made Satan cry. It's fine. So, anything anyone else needs before we go?
I would like some cheese, actually.
How do you feel about cheese balls? Because I think I've got about a year's supply.
You ate half of them already.
Well, let's still have a year.
Well, you're gonna eat them all by the time we get to the islands.
I can ration myself.
Can
You
you?
have no restraint.
That is true.
Maybe
So
you
what
should
you're
give
saying
them.
is,
Maybe you should
yeah,
give them to Rollin, and he can just ration them out to you every day.
there is an idea. We could just buy more.
We could do that
More
too.
gold.
I mean, that ship has a giant hold. We could probably fill it right up.
I think you
Let's
have to
look at the
negotiate that
multi-ball.
with Captain Bullseye.
Yeah, she loves me. It'll be fine.
Cheese balls!
Okay, you two go get your cheese balls.
You gotta go get some more cheese balls with
Okay.
You know,
Uh.
those things have 0 nutritional value.
Not about the nutrition, it's about the taste.
This is how Royal gets scurvy.
Rollin, considering what he just tried to feed me back there, I don't think he's concerned about nutritional value.
Yeah.
You are able to get more cheese balls should you wish.
We've depleted the city's supply of them.
Yeah, you have depleted. You could get a whole like sack, like potato sack style of them if you wish.
There's 12 potato sacks worth of cheese
Okay.
balls.
Please mark down. Mark off 20 gold.
It just comes in a barrel.
Yeah, there's just a few barrels. And as you come back to the ship with it, Captain Bullseye gives you a look, and a corked eyebrow.
And Royal will offer her a deep bow, the most respectful he can muster, and say, we were just out getting more supplies for the rest of the crew.
Oh, he's back to the
Okay.
voice. Okay.
What kind of supplies did you exactly get?
And he lifts up the lid and says, from what I understand, they are highly explosive.
She looks in, sees the cheese balls. Only if you're lactose intolerant.
Well, I have good news for you. I am.
Okay,
Yep.
he is barred from the cheese balls.
Crap.
That's exactly why.
Miss Bullseye, I got you and Miss Naya a small gift, and he'll produce a blue tin of cookies, opens it. Fuck, sewing supplies.
Damn it! I was really looking forward to cookies.
I was too. Hold on.
He runs.
Lucy just introduced us to her brother. He seems very nice.
He's not my.
You had a brother.
I don't. Well, I don't
Oh.
know if I do. It's complicated. He's not my brother.
That we know, that we're aware of.
He's not.
He might be, though.
He can't be.
Probably.
He's human.
Sometimes.
All the time.
That we know of.
Always.
You've got him in a loop, Miss Lucy. It's not going to stop until you give him some cheese balls.
Look, all we know is it is only slightly probable that Jack is your brother.
It's not even remotely probable that Jack is my brother. At all.
Maybe. And Royal will then turn to Captain Bullseye and say, shall we shove off then?
Muted.
Sure.
Can we shove him off?
Maybe. Depends how it goes.
Great. I won't tell if you
Uh,
won't.
Well, I have to tell Miss Megara says I have to report everything back to her.
You can't report back if you don't see it.
Well- I'll notice he's missing, so.
She kind of gives a little wave. But people do take the crates in. They are told to not let Royal into the cheese balls or any type of dairy products that they may have brought.
That is all Royal brought.
Yep. Well,
His 10 days of rations are just assorted cheeses.
Well, that's taken away from you, buddy.
Well,
Uh,
Captain Bullseye's handed a tin of butter cookies and some loose tea.
oh, awesome. Thanks. Oh, she loves this tea. Oh, she's gonna love it. Um, but as you walk in, it is strange that they're setting off after sunset and not after sunrise the next day. That much you do know of. Anybody who's traveled by boat or knows anything about how traveling works via boat, people usually go off so they can travel during daylight as much as they need to. But seems Captain Bullseye is traveling at night. Um, so you set off. All your things are packed. You hear her call out commands and shouts to get detached from the plank that attaches to the dock, pull up anchor, and throw up the sails as they start moving away. And as you, if you're all up on the deck, you see the sunset setting down over the uh, over Aloria, over the city of Hazelbridge. Um, as you see the night sky chasing away those beautiful sunset colors, and it is not long into your trip that Hazelbridge is not only but a glimmer of sparkle from the lights in the city as the night comes over and you see the stars on what appears to be a very clear night. But uh, Bullseye will gather you all in her office, which is on top deck. Um, you can go in and say, "All right, so just so y'all know, this is going to be a very dangerous trip.
Right.
So we need to be prepared for anything. We're going through the night, and we're sailing by wind, uh, and we need to be as quiet as possible. There are things out there that I don't even know what they are.
Have there been any
Nobody really
issues on the seas?
some uh things have started to stir. Um, it hasn't been enough to block trade yet, but there are encounters that people have had. Um, boats that have, in history's time, boats that have sailed a little too close to the these islands have been lost. Not just recently, but for a while that's been the case. So I need y'all to be on your guard. If anything happens, I don't know what type of creatures are out there. I've been trying to prepare for whatever I can.
Hence the trebuchets.
Hence the trebuchets. Yes.
How long is this trip, miss?
Um, we have to go slow and steady. Some of the waters can get rough, so let me check my map. Um, it's about a because you're leaving from Aloria, you have to go. Yeah, it's about a week or so's journey. It's a while. I wanted to get out tonight and cover as much ground as we could at night. I don't want the ship to be a glaring beacon or point being a lot less people will see us at night traveling that way and we don't want to advertise that so we're going off road and there are many pirate ships that can take advantage of that.
All right. Do you have sleeping shifts set up already?
I do. It is up to you if you rather keep up at night. That's when will be. We have equal amount of crew um, during the day and night shift, so that's up to you. If you work well together as a team, I suggest you pick either night or day shift to take on together. Um, I'll be I'll be awake between them. Mostly, I have my co-captain who I trust, my second in command. But I know you, Lucy, know how to take care of yourself. I've seen you in battle. And if you are traveling with her, I assume all of you know how to handle yourselves as well.
You would
Nope.
assume correctly.
And a voice change.
I should be fine. I don't particularly enjoy combat, but if anyone gets hurt, leave them to me.
I can help.
Raylan,
I'm a good medic.
uh, Royal will get between
Mhm.
Raylan and Milo, slap them both on the back, which I guess would be the small of the back because that's about as high as he can reach, and be like, "You have my word that I will keep you safe, my friends." You too, Lucy.
Thanks.
Well, thanks, buddy. Well, just remember, stay close to me. I can only do so
Promises.
much. You gotta stay close to me.
Bullseye just gives a narrow look at you, Royal, and then looks at the rest of you. Right. You stay close to that one, Butterfield. And she points to Milo. Um, but yeah, it'll be dangerous. It'll be a strange trip, I'm sure. But we have the right crew. I know most of you can handle yourself in a battle, if given. But we'll see how it goes. We will stay on the island waiting for you. We have enough supplies for that. For we have enough supplies for you to be in there at least a week or two, and then come back for another week.
Mm.
But the island, while not huge, can get quite treacherous. Um, so I hope you're all ready for that. I'm definitely not running towards the chance to go there, but favor's a favor.
I'm glad we have you with us.
You do. Should you need anything, I will not. I will not risk my crew going in there with you, as I was told this is a internal job for the court. I'm surprised you have certain party members, but that's fine. Gives a side eye look to Royal.
You needn't worry. They travel with the Royal Butterfield, first sword of New Breakfastford.
Can't say I've heard of the town.
Can I use my folk hero status?
Yeah.
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 And probably just go into his feats of adventure, taming a wild billy goat, just scaring off the cheese thefts or cheese thieves, just and see if he can impress Bullseye, but by any means possible.
Roll me I would say performance.
Yeah.
Because
It's probably not going to work.
I would have to say with disadvantage because
I can roll.
is
that is a 5, and with
Yeah.
disadvantage, it is. Yeah, it's a 5.
okay. Yeah, Bullseye is a well-traveled woman with long life history. She doesn't look rude or like rolling her eyes, but she's looking at you and just nodding. Wow, that's
Yep,
a lot.
it is.
Royal assumes he's succeeded.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She says that's impressive for some people. Yeah.
Yeah, for somebody.
Yeah.
Royal nods his head. It's my deeds are very impressive, but I do them as humbly as one can.
I can tell.
Your adoration is appreciated.
I wouldn't go as far as adoration, but there's definitely something.
And Royal will just kind of give Milo a smile and a wink and says, I think I've charmed her.
You did very well. I'm very proud of you.
I'm very proud of myself, too.
He's the best fighter I know.
Don't know many fighters then.
I know many.
Everything's gonna be fine. She'll look at Bullseye and say that.
It has to be, because I would like to return and have a lovely date with my wife after this, because I'm gonna take a bit of a break after this journey.
Sounds about
Must be
fair.
nice.
Yeah.
Oh, Miss Bullseye,
Yes.
how do you feel about skeletons?
We all have one.
Well, one without the fleshy bits.
I've seen many.
All
Hey.
right.
If Milo was to work the night shift, would that mean you'd have a skeleton crew?
Ba-dum-bum, ba-dum-bum.
I suppose, yeah.
All right.
What exactly are you?
He digs in his bag and pulls out a tiefling skull. So I can summon undead to help us?
As long as they attack the other guys and not not my crew and myself, we're good.
All right. Dumps the bones out on the deck and casts the spell Raise Dead, and there's a skeleton. This is
Okay.
Frankie. He's
Okay.
very grumpy, but he's nice.
Mm-hmm. Hi. Just don't cause any chaos on my ship.
Oh, Frankie won't. He's a pretty good poker player, though.
I'm picturing Bullseye having your exact expression right now,
Oh
Satan.
yeah, no, she does. Okay. That's fine. That's perfect. The
So,
crew does
for
like
your
to play a bit of
reference-
cards.
So for your reference, Satan, once this guy's up, I can reassert the will over him every 24 hours to keep him up. So
Yep. Yep,
not
yep.
wasting a spell every time I want
Okay. Okay.
to animate the
That's fair.
dead.
Okay. 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 That's fair. I trust that you guys know how your
And I was just letting you
characters
know
work.
in case you
Yeah.
were like, why is this thing still up 2 weeks later?
Why won't he die?
So y'all can see Captain Bullseye there. But
Viewers, if you're on our Discord, you can see photos of Captain Bullseye
yeah,
in our Nexus Adventures community chat.
yeah, she has tusks too. I think that's important to say because I like me an orc with tusks. But she just looks to you guys, and then looks to you, Lucy. Just don't cause any chaos on my ship. I will and have thrown people overboard. I don't care where we are.
Fair enough. I still don't know how to swim.
Should fix that, especially if you're gonna be traveling on the high seas.
I plan to, eventually.
Can you breathe underwater?
No.
Do you have anything that would allow you to walk on water?
They make those sorts of things.
Mhm.
Yep. I have a few things in stock.
Artificers can make stuff like that, I think.
Suddenly remembers I'm not playing an artificer.
Artificers can do that, I think. We have a few things that can be done for you all.
Sure, it'll be fine.
Don't say that.
That's the
wood?
worst that could happen.
Don't. Oh God.
I'm sure everything will
Curse
be
is forever.
all right.
Royal, come on, let's get some cheese puffed in your gob.
And Royal nods his head.
What are you gonna do? Stab me?
Man, you got stabbed.
I could shoot you.
and as Royal goes off to get, probably try to steal some cheese puffs,
Yeah, you're gonna have to try and steal them.
he will say to Lucy, he says, "Don't worry, I won't let her throw you overboard."
You go ahead and you protect me, little buddy.
That's what best friends are for.
We'll be all right for the first leg of the journey to be a little bit boisterous, right, Captain Bullseye? Pulling out of port, basically.
Yeah.
Rollins gonna kick up a sea shanty to give the crew some
Yeah.
morale.
Yeah, you can do
Was-
that. You're still in friendly waters. You'll be in friendly waters for about, I would say, the first few days. And then that's when things are getting a little bit blurred. But yeah, you can definitely do a sea shanty. The people that are up appreciate it. There's some nice lanterns on the boat to help people see what they're doing clearly. But they're basically just prepping the boat, making sure everything's good to go for this journey, making sure no knots are loose. And yeah, you can set off on your journey. I say we'll end a little bit early there as you guys sail into the water under the night sky. Um, and with that, we'll be back next week. Same bat time, same bat channel. But before we leave, we're gonna do a little thing that we like to do. We have our apps there. You can find us if you want. But instead of throwing our names and what we do out there, we're gonna each talk about a little charity that we like to back. I'll start with myself so we can go around uh, and talk about it. We're gonna go in the same order. I personally like to back the Loveland Foundation. It is a therapy fund for Black women and girls. They have partnerships with people like Therapy for Black Girls, National Queer and Trans Therapists of Color Network, Talkspace, and Open Path Collective. So every time you donate to this fund, one of the recipients of the funds or the recipients of the fund of this organization will receive free mental health sessions. And I think that's very, very important. I've always been a fighter for the accessibility to mental health. So this is something that's very near and dear to my heart. All the links of our charities are going to be in the chat. Thanks to our lovely producer. And with that, Saucefire, tell us your name and what charity you like to talk about.
Why, hello there. I didn't see you come in. I'm Saucefire, and the charity that I like to shout out is Child's Play. They've been a charity that's been around since 2003. They provide games and board games for children who are in hospitals in over 185 hospitals around the world. I have seen firsthand just how much something as simple as a video game can help return a sense of normalcy to somebody in the hospital's life. And it's a charity that's very important to me.
Thank you for that. Next, we have RJ.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ, but today I'll be championing the Black Visions Collective, which is a Black, trans, and queer-led organization that is committed to dismantling systems of oppression and violence. New year, new goals. Excuse me. Let's get it done. Let's be better than we were last year.
I think that's the goal we can all try to attain and achieve. It's not too hard. Just gotta try. Next is Jen.
Right. I'm championing the Bail Project. It is a nonprofit organization that combats mass incarceration by disrupting the money bail system. They want to restore presumption of innocence, reunite families, challenge a system that criminalizes race and poverty. They are on a mission to end the need for a cash bail system and create a more just and equitable and humane retrial system.
Thank you for that. And last but certainly not least, our lovely host and producer, Sarah.
Hey y'all, thank you so much for hanging around to the end of this. If you're still here, you probably already know who I am. I'm Sarah. I champion the trevorproject.org. If you haven't caught on already or didn't hear any of my other announcements, we are a charity channel in this house. I take no income from this channel whatsoever. And every time I get a payout from Twitch, that money goes directly to the trevorproject.org. And the info about where we've donated is in our Discord. So if you'd like to join the community that likes to give back and help one another out, you can find a link to that in chat now. We're happy to talk to you about these organizations further in depth there, or share some of our Nexus Cast stuff as well. We've
Mhm.
consistently, as a community, raised. I think we ended last year on 6 months of raising $100 each month for various charities. So I'm looking forward to really gearing up and starting to kick the fundraising into gear again, because we can't do it all on our own, but together we can make a little bit of difference in the world.
We can, and that little bit of difference is very important to people. But thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you, Sauce, for coming on today. He will be with us for the next few episodes. I'm very excited for Royal Butterfield. I very, very much love him. Thank you, Little Skyface, for the bits. We really appreciate that. But yeah, we'll be back here next week, Saturday at 10 a.m. EST, with some high sea adventures. So
We'll
we'll
see
see you
y'all
then.
then. And don't forget,
Yeah.
go hydrate, eat a healthy snack, tell someone you love them today, take your meds if you haven't, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.